What's up, everybody? Welcome to Developed. Tonight, we are talking about our latest recipe, Pistachio Blondie. We had Emily help us with this one, and we have her again tonight. So, what's going on, Emily?
Hi guys.
Hello, welcome.
Can't wait to talk about this pistachio blondie.
Yeah, it's a good one. Definitely benefited from a steep.
Absolutely.
And I'm back from the dead.
Yeah, Alfred's back too. He's still dying though, to be fair.
So how did the upgrade go, Alfred?
Yeah.
What upgrade?
I thought that's why you were out. You were getting an upgrade.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
That software is not released yet.
Okay.
So, Alfred, how have you been? Everybody misses you. Everybody wants to know what's going on in your life.
I got sick. I was traveling from New York to Pennsylvania, and I got sick before I left New York. And then once I got to Pennsylvania, I got sick again. So mostly just dying, a lot of nasal congestion, which you can probably hear, and good times all around.
That sucks. Being sick is never fun. Well, we missed you though.
I missed you guys too, and I'm so sad that I missed out on the pistachio blondie with white chocolate. We keep forgetting to. It's got white chocolate in there. It sounds amazing.
Yeah. It's a good one. Folkart, anything happen with you this week? Did you get anything new? Did you mix anything up? Did you flush your dick in the toilet again?
No, not this week.
Okay.
The latter anyway. I did actually get something new. I got the Orion.
Nice.
So watch out. There's going to be some pod recipes coming up soon.
Yeah.
I haven't used it yet. I'm waiting to create, some kind of a pod recipe before I try it out because I've only got one pod, and I have to order some more. So I want to put something really good in it before I try it. But yeah, I got that. Also got a little box of goodies right here from Flora that
I'm so jealous.
I haven't.
I don't have one yet.
I haven't even opened it yet. I just got it today though. But Flora was so kind to send out their newest flavors to me, and see what we got here.
There's a couple of them in there that sound like they would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think Wayne showed them on his show. Was it last night? He showed a few of them. There's tequila, agave. There's smoothie base, starch base. That sounds interesting. Honeydew. What else?
What does starch base smell like? You don't mind.
Kind of like a sweet rice.
I'm getting ready to test it right now. Oh, by the way, the new bottles, love them. Love them.
Yeah, they're great. They do kind of rub off the printing, but I think these are not what they're all going to be like. But like Hankson does that too. If you like handle them too much, sometimes the flavor name will start to rub off a little bit.
Stop molesting your labels, Max.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't rub off.
You don't get to tell me what to do.
By the way, did y'all know that Flora has this on their labels where you can peel it off and it's got all of the little information about it on the inside of it?
It's a nice touch.
Yeah, it is. But the starch smells very interesting.
That's always a good start.
It's like a little cereal 27 like, and a little Effie sweet rice like.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have tasted that.
Yeah, it doesn't taste great.
Yeah, no, it don't. But yeah, it smells.
It's heavy on the pyrazine.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of nice to see Flora putting AP in stuff. A lot of their stuff really don't have a lot of AP in it, I don't think. Does it?
It's kind of a little like, if you look for it, it's a little popcorn like, just from the smell. I didn't get to play with this one yet.
You got pyrazine and starch.
Yeah.
Slasher was saying that it smelled like kind of like fresh bread.
It does. It actually does smell. It's got kind of a yeasty, starchy kind of smell to it.
Kind of crusty, like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Jamberry. Wonder what that smells like.
But it's rice too, right? It's starchy.
I mean, it definitely does have that starch kind of thing. Like you can smell like, I feel like you could do this for an oatmeal. Oh, I just rubbed off the label a little bit.
Richie Johnson is interested in the cola and the jamberry. How do those smell, Volkart?
The cola smells great.
I've got the jamberry right here. Let's see how it. Ooh.
Is there any like a top note that you can distinguish with the jamberry? Is it like a certain type of berry?
It smells a little bit like a mix between a blueberry and a strawberry, something like that.
Sign me up for that. Do you
It's-
detect
it-
raspberry?
It smells like it's most definitely a top note.
Like a darker berry, right?
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of jamminess from it too. So yeah,
Anytime Frank says he's using that marshmallow vanilla. or something.
Oh,
Yeah, that one seems interesting to me. I
Yeah.
wonder if it's anything similar to like one-on-one vanilla marshmallow.
which one?
a vanilla marshmallow.
Vanilla marshmallow.
I mean, it smells fucking amazing.
What's that vanilla like? I'm living vicariously through you right now.
I gotta find it first.
It's kind of
Because like the thing that one-on-one struggles with is that the vanilla is not very top notey or like distinguishable, so it's mostly just like a creamy marshmallow base, and you have to like fill in the parts you want with that.
there's definitely vanilla there. It's a little that powderiness that a marshmallow has. I kind of get that, but plus vanilla.
Because Flora marshmallow, by itself is just the best, most authentic marshmallow. So I can't imagine vanilla marshmallow being anything less than awesome.
All right, what else they got? Anything interesting? Oh,
They got a pink fruit.
I don't even know what that means.
Is that like
It's kind of like a starburst. That's what it smelled like to me.
Ooh.
So that would be strawberry.
Yeah.
Like, artificial strawberry candy flavoring.
Possibly. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not very. The strawberry's not like prominent in it. I don't think.
Well, it's not in like a Starburst or something. It's not like heavy strawberry. It's just
Mhm.
kind of a pink thing. That sounds useful though, for sure.
Black currant.
Like candy additives or something. Make a nice strawberry. Sounds good.
The gin smells really potent and really, really nice.
Got that full juniper going on.
Yeah, it smells like a Christmas tree.
That's what we want from a gin.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
that
like
cola. That cola smells really good.
Yeah.
Is it citrus heavy or dark and spicy?
It smells kind of citrusy. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty citrusy.
All
And
right.
it's not as dark as you would think either.
No.
Like the back bar bitters, where are those? Oh, smell that one. Look how dark that is.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, completely different
Is
contrast.
that like a citrus-based bitters? What does that smell like?
The smell smells like a ramen noodle packet.
what?
All right.
Open it up and tell me what you think, Folkart.
That's what I do with my old fashioned. Just add some bourbon in there and then a nice ramen noodle
going
packet.
off noodles?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a secret to a really
So
good
that's-
old fashioned.
That's
Gotta
most.
get that umami.
That's most. That's most definitely bitters. It tastes like tree bark, kind of.
Yeah, it's not really
That's more
citrus.
promising than ramen noodle packet.
What do you smell it? Do you smell like the ramen noodle?
There's something in there that I don't know if it's ramen noodle, but
So you take Flora, what is that, bitters, and then you take Indoor Sesame because that's soy sauce.
Mhm.
Boom.
All right, we full on ramen. Let's do
I,
it.
al- I almost thought it was soy sauce.
What
and
is
then
it?
I was
Flavor our egg yolk?
like,
That on top?
I do.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I do get just a little bit of that packet.
yeah,
Yeah. It's like a spice packet or something. I don't know.
that's wild.
That bouillon.
That's weird. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this. Here's some rose essence. Maybe make a rose milk.
So the name Rose Essence makes me think it's going to be like obnoxiously concentrated. Is it like super strong?
Smells pretty weak to me.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like you could dial this in a lot more easily, and it doesn't smell like gross, kind of like FA. It smells kind of gross. This one's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it's
Like
yeah, it's not a very strong flavor, but it reminds me of like a hibiscus or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like cat hibiscus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sweet too.
Yeah. Sure is.
Or even kind of like a TFA cherry blossom. A little bit like that
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's pretty good. I mean,
Sounds
I'm
promising.
gonna play with it. I like florals and everything like that.
What else I got? Anything exciting?
They've got a honeydew.
Yeah, if their honeydews anything like their cantaloupe, I bet that's gonna be pretty good.
Ooh, that smells very authentic. That's nice.
Yeah. Check out the melon rind.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
the
when Max told me that he was excited to use melon rind, then it's got to be good because
because he don't like anything, right?
I like melon rind. I want to do this with
Yeah, but why do you want the rind in your melon vape?
Oh,
like that
okay.
doesn't sound appetizing to me.
The
melon rind is good.
the melon rind is like a candied melon rind.
oh, okay. Wait, what do you mean?
What's different?
It's
It's
pretty sweet.
It's sweet, but it's
not
like
earthy.
cucumber, sort of water retention going on,
Yeah, it's kind of like a cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
but also candied.
Well, I'd say it's candy. It's just sweet.
Well, yeah, but melon rind is not very sweet, so that would be candied.
I want to do this with starfruit.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Oh, snap. I like it.
Yeah. I think it'd be really good.
I bet it would. Nice, refreshing springtime mix.
The brute bubble wine is interesting.
What
It's,
is that?
Oh, I'm getting kind of
Not Chef had already made a mix. I don't think he's posted it yet, but he's already made a mix with that. He said it's a really good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Not Chef?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good dude. Is he in here?
I don't know if he's in here, but we talk sometimes.
I think I heard someone say that it's like their morning mimosa minus the citrus, minus the orange. Is that accurate?
Just tasting it, it's got. I'm getting a little bit of a pepper note from it, but
Really?
it may not vape like that.
I got a really good white wine. I mean, I thought it's a pretty nondescript white wine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. So,
Or maybe like, have you ever had like a Riesling?
Totally. No.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that.
I don't know what that is. Elaborate.
A dry white wine.
Yeah,
Well, a little sweet, but
kind of cidery.
Dry as far as white wine goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That
good.
sounds good though, for sure. Is it? When they say bubble wine, is it like a carbonated effect?
I'm not sure yet, but it's very clear, and it seems like it's alcohol based too.
and that chef said that he didn't get bubbles from it. He just got a nice white wine. No bubbles.
Okay.
Oh,
Carbonate.
okay. The citrus soda is Sprite.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much a pretty damn good Sprite. Yeah, I like that
Oh
one.
yeah, that is good.
Break it down though. Is it like more lemon heavy, lime heavy?
I think it's more lemon heavy.
I like that for sure.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to have that kind of like the lemongrass kind of note that the
Right.
lemon has is a totally different lemon than I've had from them. And yeah, it doesn't really seem like an artificial flavor.
That's good.
Yeah. Which is weird to say about Sprite.
It's a natural.
Like it's not
health food sprites.
yeah, it's like
It's a natural homemade Sprite.
yeah.
Organic Sprite, yo.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, a lot of them I didn't check out the black currant yet, but the black currant I like flavor of black currant.
I'm wondering if Flavor Blackcurrant will have that same effect that FA does. You know how it kind of is gummy, like it kind of turns things into a jammy.
It smells like it.
This tastes a little bit different than the FA.
In what way? Is that like? What is it?
I'm not sure. I would have to vape it. I can't tell from just tasting it. But it doesn't seem quite as sweet, I don't think.
Not as jammy, really,
Yeah.
either.
Okay. So
More like a
probably
candy.
more authentic, right?
Yeah. There's another one I was really interested in. Oh, the smoothie base. Yeah, I really like that stuff. I mixed that up and I've been pretty much vaping it all day.
Is that like just kind of a texturizer, or does it have its own kind of top heavy flavors to it?
It's like a lemony cream. I mean, it's kind of like it doesn't have that coating feel that yogurt drink has. Like it doesn't like really coat your mouth and give you that kind of a thing. And the lemon, it's definitely a lemon. And it's not not as sharp either. It's kind of a little bit more like a cereal lemon, but it's still good. It's bright. Yeah.
Yeah, I can taste that kind of milkiness in there. For sure.
Yeah, it doesn't have that probiotic kind of thing that you would.
And you said it's still thick, right? Like comparable to Flavor Cream.
Yeah. That's what I get from it. I don't get that really, really thickness that you get from yogurt drink. I don't really want to compare the two, but they're similar. And I can see uses for both of them. I feel like you'll want to play with this ingredient where a yogurt drink, you're just going to want to vape all of the entire amount in the world.
So do you think something like the smoothie base might be good in like a cereal milk to build around?
Yeah. I think if you were to do like a Fruity Pebbles, it would really sell that.
Mm.
I think that you'd be on your way with that, or like maybe like a Fruit Loops kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm really into it. It's probably my favorite flavor out of all of them.
I want to add blueberries to it.
Yeah, I think the blueberry would really pop with it. I actually want to try a boysenberry with it too. I don't know why.
Because you're a madman like that. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I feel like you could get away with doing an all flavor recipe with that boysenberry and maybe their blackcurrant just to try it, but I do get a little bit of bubblegum from it. Just the way it smells.
Yeah, but we know that doesn't mean anything with you.
The weirdest things.
Yeah, I got bubblegum and cereal out of it, so the two off notes that I always pick out.
So does Flora have a blood orange?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Mhm.
I would like to try to make a blood orange margarita. Maybe try the tequila, See how that works with it.
You smelled the tequila or no? Okay.
Not yet.
I want to know if it's more of like a silver tequila or if it's got that sort of dark, smoky thing going on. Because it's tequila agave, right? Which makes me think like a silver tequila.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting. Let me shake it up here.
It's boozy.
Yeah, it's boozy. I'm getting a little bit of a plastic note just from smelling it. Do you get that, Max?
I kind of get like cardboard, like a little bit.
But it smells very boozy.
Yeah. If you try to look past all that. But did you taste it?
Yeah.
Oh, you psycho. What's wrong with you? What'd you expect?
Tequila!
Now he's drunk now.
Mm-hmm. Wait, but walk us through. You can't just do that and not tell us what you experienced. How was it?
It's to be honest with you, I'm getting a pretty heavy plastic note.
I'll knuckle test the gin. It's definitely alcohol based. That's actually really pleasant.
It is.
Like you just gave Hogart shit for knuckle testing tequila, and you're gonna knuckle test.
I had to level the playing field. I had to try it. Try the gin? It's definitely alcohol based. I put it on my knuckle and it ran everywhere.
Okay, I'll try it.
It's not as juniper, grassy, pine tree as like on the knuckle test. You'd think that'd be a lot of it, but and it's not that boozy either. I feel like you could do a lot with this. Just in a gin round. Did you try it?
Yeah, it's nowhere near as strong as the tequila.
Oh, I'm gonna do the tequila. Let me go get my. Let me go chase it with my Flora lime.
Yeah, that smells nice.
You think it would pair well with honeybee?
With honeybee?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it probably would.
Because honeybee has like that wild juniper piney thing going on. Wild honey.
Yeah.
So that might pair well for sweetening your gin drinks, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not getting like a lot of like alcohol flavor in the juniper gin. I'm just getting like just the juniper kind of.
Okay.
Well, don't knuckle test the tequila.
That's pretty rough, huh?
Yeah, that's not good.
That would have to be used very sparingly.
I'm so glad, Max, that you hit your mic and that it picked it up, making those faces.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Let's drink some water.
I feel like a gross person now.
Joey, what do you mean you get clover from honeybee? Like clover?
Like clover honey? I don't know how you could taste a different kind of honey. Like being derived from clover.
Right, because that doesn't have a taste, does it? I don't know florals or anything like that. So
What's that clover you can eat? Hunter, what's that clover you can eat?
The clover you can eat?
Oxalis. Okay.
All right, I won't judge you for knowing that at all right now.
Oh, Frank's got a Max Savage recipe out there. Gin
What's
with
that?
some milk and honey and a touch of lemon tea.
There you
No.
go.
Put your milk and honey in that, Max.
No, Frankie boy. Not happening. No. I'm not gonna ruin milk and honey like that.
That actually sounds so fucking good. Think about it. Break it down. You got like the juniper piney thing plus milk and honey, which is like that rich caramel cream thing, and then some lemon. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Calm down, Concrete River. I don't know about that.
I think I'm with Alfred. I think that sounds pretty good. Their lemon tea's freaking delicious.
Yeah, I don't see that being bad at all.
Throw in some Yakima hops and it'll be good.
Oh, let's try it. Wait, I don't have the lemon tea.
What? Oh, you need to get some lemon tea.
You don't have
I know.
flavor of lemon tea?
I know. I need it.
You need all of the Flavora teas, and then you need to figure out what to do with red tea for me because I can't do it.
Oh, I don't like red tea.
Throw it in tobacco.
There you go.
All right, but you say that. I feel like it would detract from the tobacco. Like, I feel like the tobacco is going to be better without red tea.
Oh, it definitely would.
So then you can't say throw it in a tobacco.
Well, that's what you say to every shitty flavor.
That is not true, Emily.
Jump on him, Emily.
Other people say that, and it's not right.
No, it's totally what you do to shitty flavors. You throw in tobaccos.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody says to do that with Kanako soy, too, and I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Kanako soy is delicious. I don't know what they're talking about either.
Oh, man.
Emily, you don't even like tobacco, so you're just going to throw all your bad flavors in a tobacco.
Yes, exactly.
At all.
They're sweet and smoky tobacco. I did single flavor test it, and it's pretty good. It does remind me a little bit like Flavor Art's Cuban Supreme. And I like that flavor. It's the only Flavor Art one that I ever bought because people scared me away from them. And I definitely think you could actually work with this. And it's kind of spicy like native. And it kind of has a little bit of like a, I don't know. It's smoky, but it's kind of smoky in the way that Flavor Art Cuban Supreme is. It kind of has like a burning paper note.
Okay, so it's not like a wood smoke. It's actually like burning tobacco leaf or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing that worries me with a name like that is how sweet is it? Because tobacco sounds gross.
To me, it's not sweet. Like, it's sweet like every other tobacco is kind of sweet, and a lot of people have been trying to get away from that. And I don't really think you can do it that well. But I thought this was going to be like the one that you're going to try to use like in a lot of dessert style tobaccos, but it seems flexible, but it seems more like a cigarette paper burning smokiness than any kind of like a wood smoking. I don't know. It's interesting. Play around with it. Do it for me. I don't fucking care. It's good. I'm definitely going to play around with it a lot, but I do like it solo. I soloed this and Smoothie Base at 3%.
All right, you're the tobacco guy, though. You said you're going to play around with it. Like, what are you going to try out first? What do you have in mind for it?
I don't really know. I actually kind of wish I did use this in the honey custard one.
Golden Boy?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to. I think that it would do that, sell that kind of thing that I did with Kentucky. It's not ashy, you know. It's literally just a kind of a burning paper note, which can sound off-putting, but it's actually kind of nice. That's the one note that is kind of missing from a lot of Flora tobaccos. And I would probably try to do some stuff that you would want to try to like, maybe like more of like a cigar kind of a thing. So maybe this with like Connecticut Shade, maybe that with Turkish, obviously native.
Of course.
But it is spicy, so you're gonna kind of have to accept that. It's not that neutral.
Did we cover all of them? Was there any other ones?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
You guys, you want to get into talking about your Blondie?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about Pistachio Blondie. Did anybody in the chat mix it up? I hope you did. If not, go check it out. I'll throw a link up in the chat so people can go take a look at it. And
it turned out like a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Not that I thought it was going to be bad, because I mean, how can a Pistachio Blondie be bad? But like with that little bit of white chocolate, it's a really nice mix.
Yeah, it is. It is. I was looking back at how we come up with this recipe, and if I would have started this recipe, by myself, I would have probably started out with more of like a cakey base, like maybe a jungle flavors yellow cake or something, and then just kind of build around that. But the way we went about it really turned out well. So
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like, if I would have done this by myself, like I would have gone a completely different route and had something else completely entirely different. But the way we went about it just works, and it's yeah, it's a good mix.
So I'm just going to read off the recipe for the people that's listening to the podcast later. So we used 2% Wonder Flavors almond cookie, 0.25% TPA brown sugar. We'll get into that just a little bit later because we changed that, I think, or a couple of us did. 1.25% Flora cookie, 4% TPA pistachio, 0.5% cap vanilla custard, 1% Flavor West white chocolate, and 0.5% of Flora white chocolate. That was our last recipe. We did, how many versions of this did we do?
5.
Yeah, 5 official versions.
Yeah. So this was like the last one that we did. And I actually tried it with 0.5% Inaware brown sugar. I tried it both with the TPA brown sugar at 0.25 and the Inaware at 0.5. And I couldn't tell much of a difference in the two. I think that the Inaware brown sugar, for me, tastes a little deeper than the TPA. So, but this is kind of the one that we officially went with. Emily, you and Max mixed up kind of a different version of it, didn't you? After we released this one, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we did a version 6, which just replaced, instead of 0.25% TFA brown sugar, we did 0.25% Flavor caramel. And Max had done that originally in like one of the earlier versions, but said that it had muddled the mix. And it does. Right away, it kind of muddles the mix. You get kind of that fake kind of buttery, syrupy texture that you don't want. But if you let it sit for a couple days, that goes away and you get that cookie texture back, but you still get the delicious, warm, rich deepness that Flavor caramel brings.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to break this down because I didn't participate, and so I just had like some questions from watching you guys work through it. Why did you start with Flavor cookie? I don't actually have that flavor. Like, what does it bring to the table as far as making a blondie?
We wanted to use Flavor cookie because it has like the kind of undercooked kind of grittiness that like you want in a brownie versus like a cake or a cookie.
Does it like start out with that like brown sugar based dough thing, or like what the flavor itself? Other than the texture, does it have like things that you wanted for the flavor of a blondie, which is sort of like that vanilla brown sugar butter thing going on?
Yeah, it's mainly like it does sell that undercooked like cookie dough brownie, vanilla brownie kind of a thing. And our
Cookie
first
butter type thing.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Graham.
Welcome, bud.
But it doesn't by itself. It doesn't have enough brown sugar. So,
Yeah.
like it's too light. So that's why we added the.
And I think, didn't you guys say during the episode that it has sort of a maple thing going on that bends really well into this with using the brown sugar and like the almond cookie?
Yeah, I really didn't get a maple note from the Flora cookie in this mix. Did y'all?
I don't really either. Yeah, no, not at all.
From
Maybe,
Flavor
no,
cookie,
no.
I do. On its own, I do get that from that flavor. I also get it from Flavora's cookie dough, but
I know what you're talking about. That flavor you're talking about. I never noticed it as maple though.
But in this mix, it doesn't come across.
Yeah.
no, you have enough stuff to kind of cover it and like meet it at that point where it's just like a darker brown, kind of chewy dough.
Yeah, it just kind of gets folded into that brown sugar or the caramel, whichever you're using, I think.
Kitchen Sink wants to know if you find pistachio bitter.
Not TFA pistachio. TFA pistachio is like a real mild, sweet like desserty pistachio.
Which is really almond flavoring, right? Is it like almond extract to make that?
Little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And what I mainly get from TFA's pistachio is like the artificial pistachio pudding that you make. And to me, it's like I never really thought of it as pistachio, but it's that kind of a thing. Like if you were to get like pistachio ice cream, it's not really pistachio really. So it's not really nutty either. So I mainly get like a kind of like a cherry extract or kind of like an almond extract out of it. But to me, it's just TFA pistachio. It is what it is.
Right. Well, that's what
Yeah.
like pistachio pudding flavoring is. This green colored
Yeah.
almond flavoring, artificial, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember there was like a huge breakthrough with the vanilla custard being added that Max had the idea to do. What did that like change dramatically?
Um,
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Max.
well, it was missing like that kind of greasy feel, that kind of like fatty. Like when you make brownies and everything, like when you pull one out of the pan and everything, you can see all like that residue. Like that's what it was missing.
Mm.
It was just not missing any like it doesn't really add a custard or anything, or like it does add a little bit of that eggy note, which was really like beneficial, but it was more of to get that greasy feeling across because it didn't seem to be like buttery enough or just oily enough. It just needed to be more fatty.
Yeah, like it was kind of too like store bought before that, and we added that and just added that kind of home cooked brownie feel to it.
Yeah, you said the textural thing that it did was really helpful too, right? Because it was kind of dry, more of a cookie texture before that.
Yeah, and this adds that, as we all know, vanilla custard before it's fully steeped, it's greasy eggs, and it's what we wanted. It's what we needed in this mix.
Yeah, I think it adds just a little bit of like moistness to it as well, and like kind of a stickiness. You wouldn't want to go higher than 0.5% on it because then I think it would probably take it over to a custard. But just enough, just to give it a little bit of that stickiness, that greasy feel, and a little bit of extra texture.
Yeah, it worked. It worked pretty good.
Yeah.
I still think Flavor West cookie butter would have worked in the same way. Maybe. But I didn't have any of that.
Hell! Really? You
I'm
think?
telling you. Listen, there's got to be a use for it, right? And I know that when Adam did his cookies, his Toll House, it worked perfectly in there. And I think it would have done the same thing here, but I don't have any, and I'm not going to order it. So,
well, I can't really speak to that because I haven't used it. I've got it, but I've never used it just because I've heard that you use it, you drip it twice and your coils are destroyed.
Right.
So,
yeah. I mean, it's got very specific uses, but I think maybe in 5, 6 years, the first time I ever said those sentences, that sentence, we need to use cookie butter.
Yeah.
But it worked the same way, I'm sure. Maybe.
It could have, and it's got potential. Like the flavor's there, but like the first couple puffs, it's that flavor. But then it's not worth it because it just wrecks your coils.
Right. Yeah.
And you just get nothing but charred trash.
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe that Toll House cookie recipe would have been all right without it too, I guess. I don't know.
And then the last question I had after watching it is, how does the white chocolate pistachio blondie like ratio break down? Like, is it white chocolate heavy or is it pistachio heavy? Like, you know what I mean? Where does everything fall?
It's beautifully balanced. Like what I like about this mix is that it isn't like the white chocolate is really authentic and a really good flavor, but it's in the background. It's like the white chocolate bites in a blondie, like it's and the pistachio isn't really screaming in your face either. Like it's just a really nice balanced blend of everything.
Yeah, I think our first version we actually used 2% Flavor West white chocolate and 1% Flora white chocolate, and it was just full on chocolate. I mean, I got white chocolate just bam in your face. So we dialed that back down by half, and that was the sweet spot right there.
We could probably put the other ones that we did, like maybe on like Instagram or something, because they were a couple of them were really good regardless.
Well, I've got version 2 here up if people want to take a look at it. That was the one. That might have been version 3
Yeah,
actually.
none of them were terrible. They just weren't exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, version 2 was really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when the game changed.
Yeah, that's when it changed. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Game changers.
And that
Yeah.
almond cookie, I don't know whose idea it was to use almond cookie, but man, it's really good.
That was
Yeah.
Max and you had the idea.
I
at the same
believe it was. Yep.
It just
Yeah.
works. Max, we're geniuses.
Hey, when you're good, you're good. You know?
What I was curious what made you guys think of that at the same time though? Like what did you want to bring from almond cookie to this recipe?
Well, I wanted to fluff up the Flora cookie a little bit more because Flora cookie is, like I said, very kind of gritty and dark and it has that undercooked texture. And so we were thinking like Capella sugar cookie, but almond cookie has that beautiful fluffy texture and it's nutty anyway, so it just adds to the profile.
How good is Wonder Flavors for that specific situation? Like they're always like right there for that like specific situation that you need something for.
Yep.
They always have it.
Yeah.
There's always something there.
I kind of put those two flavors like if you want, to me, I think it's kind of that whiter kind of, not quite shortbread, but that kind of like sugar cookie kind of a thing. And I always like, depending on what I'm doing, if I want just something a little bit more plain, I'll go with sugar cookie. But anytime that I want some kind of like for this, where we wanted that nutty kind of crunchy thing going on, it just made sense. And it kind of has that almond pistachio thing going on. So it just made sense here.
So does the Wonder Flavors almond cookie, is it kind of like the Wonder Flavors angel cake that it'll kind of go with anything? You can build on it. You can turn it kind of into anything that you want, especially if you're looking for a nut, you know.
I wouldn't say it's as flexible as angel cake or any of those.
Yeah.
Because those will work like literally anywhere to add like a cake texture. Almond cookie can sometimes like fight a recipe and sort of want to stand out, and especially with the dryness of it, you can definitely want to dry things out.
Yeah.
Almond cookie's just fucking good. It's just really good.
Yeah.
Anytime
Yeah,
I can
that's true.
find a use for it, anytime it makes sense, throw it in there. Try it out.
It's no cannoli shell, but
Oh no.
Oh, stop.
you guys are great. That would have worked
We
yesterday
need
on
to make a
Wayne's show.
cannoli recipe just so Graham will stop.
I
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I've never even tried it. I don't even really know. I don't even have it.
well, the truth comes out, everybody.
That
All
would
the
be hilarious.
times that he just throws it out there,
Just
he
pick some
wants
flavor
everybody
I
else
don't
to
like.
do it. Yeah.
Just random.
Get under my skin.
No, just randomly. I like the way it looked. The words.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny if we're doing a recipe and you guys go, let's use cannoli shell. Like, I don't have it. Never had it.
Yeah, right? And we're gonna make a starburst. Oh, well, cannoli shell.
No, you'd use candied chew there, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, chew's candied, which is like the second greatest flavor of all time.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
You guys
damn
should
good.
do a Wonder
Alfred's
Flavors
disagreeing.
candy mix.
I'm hard to disagree.
Yeah. You are disagreeing about chew's candy?
Being the second best flavor ever made.
It's
out
pretty
of
accurate.
every
It's a
place that
sprees.
exists.
Oh no,
It's accurate
no,
for
no.
what it's a great additive. It does the sprees texture perfectly, and it has a fruit base that you can manipulate however you want. But to say it's the second,
No. I meant of the releases of the last 22.
oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I love the papaya.
I don't know. There's some pretty
You love
good
papaya too, right, Graham? That's your favorite.
No,
ones.
Oof. Oofa.
I think Graham said that. What was it? Papaya and passion fruit were like
Oh, those
top
two.
on the list for him.
I like to mix those two together and pour them on.
Passion fruits.
Disgusting. They're really gross, but I just don't like that note.
Funky.
I don't like that funky stuff. It tastes better than it smells, but
You know,
I
the
always
only
smell it.
flavor-
You know.
The only time I ever had passion fruit in anything was like a pog mix. And so
Yeah.
I always thought the funk was coming from the guava.
Mm-mm.
But no,
Well, it's the same kind of funk.
yeah, passion fruits. But it's good.
Those two.
Is
Yeah.
Purulum the only condensed milk? Sin was asking who makes sweetened condensed milk.
FA makes condensed
Purulum
milk,
is the only-
but it's real bad.
It's
It's
the only good
real
one.
pukey. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good condensed milk from Flavor you can use, but like, I don't know. I dropped a bunch of it in my house one time, and I smelled it for like months. So anytime I see that flavor, I want to puke.
Can
Pyramid
I
is
good.
pretty
say,
good.
chews candy is not like a high chews flavor.
No,
it's
it's
like a
spree.
spree.
Perfectly,
It's,
a perfect spree.
It's sort of like a gritty candy that's
Like
kind
a chewy sweet tart.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, right? Like a chewy sweet tart. Isn't that what?
Yeah.
Are sprees not everywhere?
I think they are.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought so
other
too.
than Canada, in which case they have the real chews candy.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
true. I can't remember last time I saw sprees up here.
The hard sprees are terrible, but the chewy ones are good.
I like the chewy ones.
Yeah, chewy ones are the best. When I had, never mind.
The high chews are completely different.
Yeah, they're like
High chews are like a cross between a Starburst and I don't know.
Mamba.
It's
Remember
like
Mambas?
a cross between Starburst and just a solid sugar. Just
Yeah.
like rock hard sugar.
Yes.
It's like a taffy, you know. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
What
hard,
would you
That's what it is.
They're
Starburst
still
and Laffy
Starburst.
Taffy.
What do you think you'd use
Exactly.
for a high chews texture?
oh gosh.
Well,
Like marshmallow or vanilla swirl.
Yeah.
Something
Those
like
aren't
that.
hard enough though. 'Cause
Well,
it's
I
like
might use
really hard taffy.
Vanilla swirl up higher does kind of harden up like that a little bit. You know, like in like 3-4 range. If you're using it for that, you know. That may be too high, but
Max, you're the vanilla swirl clan. What do you
I
think?
think you could get the texture though. Really?
yeah, I don't think it would get there. It wouldn't get there. Maybe you could use like jungle flavors marshmallow, maybe.
Even if you did a spot on Starburst mix, you wouldn't get that. You can't get that texture. Like that, you can't.
I'd still use the choose candy.
Like yeah, and it would be good, but you're
Yeah.
not going to get that. Like I want to make chewing motion.
That's-
in my
that's
mouth
why I-
because it, you know.
That's why I think the vanilla swirl works. You know, because it's still
Yeah.
smooth. Because Starburst has that like smooth, like when you're chewing them, it's kind of smooth. You know.
What about chews candy with
Smooth
27
vanilla.
fish?
I'd actually use this
Yeah.
pink fruit.
That
This
might work.
Flavora pink fruit.
I feel like the 27 fish texture's heading in the right direction.
Oh, everyone got their Flora stuff, right?
No.
No, you didn't. You didn't get it. Oh my god.
No,
You didn't
not
get it,
yet.
Emily? Oh shit.
Canada
Wait, do you
Post.
have them, Graham? Did you
No,
check
I
it?
just went nuts on my people
Oh.
at the front desk too.
Oh.
Did everybody get tracking numbers?
No,
No.
I didn't.
I
No.
didn't either. I think DTF said he got a tracking number, but
I got mine
I
in
don't know, I just-
today, so
I'm in Vegas. They got to be there.
I don't know.
My front desk, they tell me every time that it's not there. Anything that I'm waiting for, they say it's not there. I'll have documentation saying with the guy's name saying that it was delivered to him personally, and they'll say it's not there. And I force them to go look, and it's there every time. So I'm looking for the tracking number so I can go in there with proof.
My stuff got to New York today, but I had it transferred, forwarded. So yeah, you're the only person that, other
Right.
than Emily, who lives in Canada, which that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's crazy. It should be there.
It should be there.
So I don't know how I'm gonna find that out, but whatever. Not to bring my personal life into the show. Sorry. Go ahead. Anyway,
So, but you're definitely happy with it, right? The Blondie.
yes, absolutely, I am.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah, it's-
Did you talk about the brown sugar thing? Yeah, I know you touched on it, but I think the consensus was to use whatever brown sugar you like at like 0.25%, and it'll fill the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, use it kind of like an optional, you know, your preferred brown sugar or for caramel. You just need something, just a touch of something to just kind of give it some depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used 1-on-1 brown sugar, TFA, and then I finally landed going back to Flora caramel because that is my preferred brown sugar.
It's still the best. Although
Yeah.
I haven't tried 1-on-1 or Nawara, but it's pretty good brown sugar.
Yeah, I settled on Inawera brown sugar, which if you search for it, it's not on all the flavors. It's a fairly new concentrate, so
Where can you get that full cart?
I think you can get it at DIYvaporsupply.com.
where is that again?
That's DIYvaporsupply.com. They have a wonderful selection.
Check them out.
Yeah, never heard of it.
And doing.
You guys are funny.
Have you guys tried Real Flavors Candy Burst type?
No, where can you get that?
Probably
I
at
know.
DIYvaporsupply.com.
I would say
I would
DIY
say-
Flavor Fly.
What if they didn't have it? Then you're just pandering for the sense of pandering.
I don't know.
That's what we're doing anyway. I mean, we just need footage.
I think that's out the window, Alfred.
You're right.
I've never even heard of that flavor.
Is it good, Loop Loop? Were you saying that because it's awesome and it'll do the Starburst texture?
Real
In which case, I will order it from
DIY Vapor Supply.
DIY Vapors. Where would you get it, Emily? If you had somebody that could walk it over the border to you.
Yeah, right. I probably would get it DIY juice.
That's not the routine.
I'm not playing along.
So I just looked it up. DIY Vapor Supply has Real Flavors pink candy burst type. They have red candy burst type.
Oh yeah, I have that.
They have
it's good, dude. Pink candy type
yellow candy burst type. So they got them all, man. They got them all. They got
Yeah,
orange candy burst type.
Okay, but just knowing Real Flavors, I'm gonna guess it's not gonna do the texture. It'll probably do the top note wonderfully.
It does. The VG one does.
Oh well, the VG one, yeah, maybe.
You got to steep it for like 2-3 years, and I think I just have a batch getting ready right now. It's,
you gotta get the one from DIY Vapor Supply.
.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I actually don't see it on Bull City.
Courtney's here, and I was telling Emily about your Vape Train cherry. The cherry jolly recipe is
Courtney, good job, man.
Was that the cherry or cherry liqueur?
No, that's just Vape Train cherry, and at 10%, and it works. It's so good.
I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah, why didn't we keep that?
I'm not even okay. The thing is, I'm not even that big of a cherry fan. But when someone says, "Here's a cherry that's not medicine," I'm like, "Oh, I gotta try it."
I'm like so. Go ahead.
I absolutely love cherries, but I've yet to find one that I can use.
Why can Ludens do it? It's bothering me that Ludens is the only goddamn company in the history of the world that can do cherry right. Why can they do it? No one else can. No one can ask them.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Any type of candy, you can get that cherry note just from a sourness of it. Mm-hmm. Okay, in a vape form, there's no sour. You can't get sour. You can't get tart. I mean, you can get a facsimile of it, but it's not going to taste like a tart candy. That's where most of the cherry flavors, like in candies, come from. It's just that tartness, that acidicness of it.
But Ludens is Ludens real tart?
Facsimile is the word of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna come through it.
Oh, so cool.
Cherry's gonna pop out my computer.
So Sin.
Said on vape cherry is medicinal.
Who's saying that?
Courtney said that on its own, vape train cherry is medicinal, but in the mix it works.
Yeah, I have it right here, and it is zero medicinal.
That's the way
what else is in it?
Hibiscus.
It's got like hold on, let me look. It's got cactus, I think.
Now, did you taste that while you were sick or before you were sick?
That could make a difference.
I tasted it on my like little in between period.
Okay.
Did you taste it after taking Robitussin?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. You guys are right. It's totally medicinal, and I overdosed on cherry flavoring, and I couldn't taste it anymore.
He's been paid. He's been paid off.
Speaking of being paid, Sin, if you do a quick search on DIYVaporSupply.com for condensed milk, you will find One-on-One, Health Cabin, LIQ, never heard of them, Real Flavors.
You've never heard of Hylic?
LIQ?
LIQ. It's HILIQ. Hylic.
Yeah.
Guys, you need to talk to DIY Vapor Supply for me and get them to ship to Canada.
We will. Should we have them go directly to Kelly at DIY Juice?
All right, so the cherry recipe is FA.
You have them work together?
I'm trying to read a recipe, Graham. Can you?
You screwed our commercial up.
I was trying to do a commercial.
Right in the middle of a commercial. You
thing.
just blew it. Totally screwed it up. Now we're gonna screw up your day.
Come on, man.
I ruin everything.
All right, the cherry jolly recipe is FA Fuji at 0.25, Inaware Cactus at 0.4, 10% Vape Train Cherry, Flavor West Hard Candy 1.4, TPA Sour at 1, and Cap Super Sweet at 0.6. And it's stupid good.
Nothing in that recipe.
That makes sense.
That doesn't make sense. Like nothing in that recipe tells me that should knock the medicinal off.
I know.
Yeah.
It's black magic.
Yeah.
Courtney.
That's what happens.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, right? That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, you use a
What?
sick person to do all your flavor testing.
I wasn't sick at the time, Max. Drink the commercial and stop
You're
harassing.
always sick in the
Sick
head.
guy in a 50. That's all it takes with him. Man.
All right, guys. So are we going to talk about what we're going to be doing next? Because I don't even know if we know what we're going to be doing next, do we?
No, give us something to do next.
Making a recipe together next. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do candy, boys.
We
should do
we're,
candy.
We should do a candy. We're gonna do a candy next. We totally have that recorded already and didn't just come up with it.
That's true.
yeah. Yeah,
Find
that's
out.
it. That's it.
Do something with one flavor sour ball candy.
Yes.
Oh,
I like
I
it.
don't
monkey wrench in our plan. We already have a candy, right?
Let's use what's that one Graham mentioned one time? So it's
Sticks.
like
Candy stick.
candy
Pixie sticks?
chewy.
With
Chew
shoes?
with cannoli shell. We're gonna use candy stick. We're gonna make a candy stick.
Yeah, it's a
The
cannoli stick.
Part of the Lickimate or Fun Dip.
So
Oh, here we go. Okay, no, we got an idea. Here we go. Kitchen sink, a rhubarb custard high chew.
Ugh.
Let's do it.
Ew.
How about that spaghetti that Nah Chef was talking about?
Let's make ramen. Let's go back to that.
No,
Oh,
we
I
can
got
easily do that,
I got
right?
some bar bitters for you.
hey, I've got Inaware rhubarb. I've been wanting to find a use for it. So
Ugh.
yeah.
Do that on your own
There's
time.
No,
I don't own a rhubarb, I don't
for
think.
a second though, a rhubarb candy sounds fire.
Wonder Flavors has the sweet and sour rhubarb or whatever it is.
But I want to use Inaware rhubarb with low carb.
Okay.
Rhubarb
That's
is
fine.
anything. It's horrible.
Actually,
Yeah,
we could
rhubarb
use,
is another one of those.
Inaware Pink Panther, another super
Ooh.
underrated flavor. It's like red currant rhubarb, and it's
Ooh.
phenomenal.
I've got that one
Rhubarb
too.
lychee.
You guys are
Rhubarb
weird.
lychee
Why do you
guava.
have that?
Because it's phenomenal, Max. Did you miss when I said that?
Why
I
do
don't
you have
know.
it?
No, why did you think to buy it?
I know, right?
Because all right, so here's the story. I was making Blitz, was an energy drink, and I wanted to use Green Goblin, and so that's the name of a character. And so I was looking for flavors to use with it, and I found Pink Panther, the name of another character, and it worked.
So it's a totally nerd story. Like you were
Yeah.
matching up characters. Is that what's going on?
That's exactly what it was.
Okay. All right. Well,
What the fuck is he
so much for
writing
studying.
He's writing a comic book over
Yeah,
here
well,
instead of making fucking flavor.
I think you
PC over here.
record a commercial or something. Why don't you just go do that?
What a dick.
Alfred, you need to make a whole comic book line of.
See, Emily gets it. Thank you for being on my side,
Who
Emily.
would you use for Wonder Woman?
No, I'm saying you should do that so I can make fun of you.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Oh well.
Okay, guys. We got anything else to say?
I'll never test your nerd again. Ever.
I don't think so.
If he wasn't such a nerd, you wouldn't have such awesome.
Oh, I know. I appreciate his nerd.
You guys need his nerddom in your life.
They're just being nice to me because I edit the videos.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Don't
You
fuck
do
with him.
awesome, Alfred. I just want to say.
Thank you.
Well,
Don't mess
Emily-
with him too much.
Emily, I want to thank you for helping us on this Pistachio Blondie. It turned out fabulous, and I appreciate you coming on to talk about it live today too.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna try to get out of here, guys.
We're gonna go make that thing that we totally have planned.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing.
Yes. So look for it Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube.
DIY Vapor Supply.
Hey, get all your Pink Panther and all your other comic book characters there.
All right.
Later.
We'll see you guys. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend.
Hi.
Bye-bye.
Mix and Vixens tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern.